Hey folks, how you doing? I'm talking about she had both energies. She had the energy of the male and the female. She had both reproductive hormones of the male and the female. And so in the Hebrew scripture it says, I made them both. I made them male and female. She's talking about one individual with both male and female reproductive hormones. That's what he's talking about there, okay? Well, so we're talking about Adam and Eve. Well, they were one, actually. Well, we learned this later on in the same scripture, where it says that God took Eve out of Adam. Well, she had to be in him in order for the God to take her out of him. Okay? So this again tells us that Adam, for example, in this case, had both male and female reproductive hormones. Okay? But actually, it was the female who contained Adam, not the other way around. Okay? Why? Because it is the female who gives birth. So the male is born out of the female. He comes from her, even to this day. You see what I mean? Well, why Adam first? Well, they gave Adam precedence because it was the fatherhood who wrote this. Okay? Yeah, it seems it came around to the fatherhood. And so the fatherhood, then, you know, it took precedence. You know what I mean? And not only that, the fatherhood borrowed from or took from the motherhood. Because there's a change in cosmic energy from the feminine to the masculine. From the feminine to the masculine. And cosmic energy, okay? So anyway, we see now, and I made them both male and female. We know what they was talking about now, okay? Well, let's look further at this. Let's take the queen Hatshepsut, okay? That's the queen of Egypt, queen of the Kemites, okay? And she used to dress in, let's say, male attire. She was a female queen, dressed with man clothes on sometime. No, that doesn't mean anything other than what we're going to talk about. Okay? She was celebrating her ancient motherhood, the ancient mother. Okay? She knew about these things. She was a queen. She went through initiation. You know what I mean? She was familiar with the solar and the lunar and everything else. She was celebrating her ancient mother, okay, or the motherhood, okay, with this dressing in male attire. So she was recognizing that she was a female, okay, and that she had masculine energies in her, as all humans do. All of us have masculine and feminine energies. The thing about us humans, what we need to do is recognize this, okay, and live with it, deal with it, accept it as it is. It comes from our ancient ancestors, our most ancient ancestors, okay? Now we look at the name Hatshepsut, okay? And so the word hat means the foremost. And that what comes first, that what comes of aforetime. I'm talking about the ancestors came first. Okay? That's the first part of her name, Hat. This is her second name, though. Okay? Now, the other part of the second name is Sheps. Okay? Or Shep, or Sheps. Okay? Which tells us of the revered one. The one that is revered. Who is revered? The one who recognizes and can live with harmony with both his male and female energies. Even though he might, for a man, he have the male genitals and so on and so on, but he can still recognize, okay, the female energy within him without going overboard. Well, people misinterpret this. They misinterpret the female energy in them, the feminine energy, and say, well, it's a little woman in me. Okay, the first mother. It comes from your genes, come to you from your genes and all that, down from generation to generation. So the first mother exists in us as feminine energy. Well, we are male, okay? But all people have feminine energy. All of us. All animals, really. Okay? And so she dressed in male attire in recognition of this. So she's celebrating her ancient ancestry. She's celebrating her own knowledge of the male and female energies in her. And she's also celebrating, okay, her knowledge of how to use these energies in harmony within each other, or to bring them together as one in order to raise her level of consciousness. You see? So the human today can raise his level of consciousness such that it will be equal to that of the ancient mother, okay, who had both energies, and the first mother didn't have to recognize it, she lived it, okay, and so she had a higher level of consciousness than what we have today, because we're not working with these two energies such that we can bring about the higher level of consciousness. We can do it. Some people do it. And some people even may do it unintentionally, you know, because the energies are there. The thing is just to use them. And we can bring forth the energies, too. Until a male can bring forth a higher level of, let's say, feminine energy within him, okay, so that he can combine the two in order to raise his level of consciousness. Okay, they had other methods, you know, the ancient Egyptians, you know. They had other methods where they physically, I say physically, okay, they could extract the feminine energy, okay, her hormones, her reproductive hormone, from her into him through his phallus. Any other way, you would destroy the hormones. So they did it through the house, the phallus, okay? And so this is how important it was to the folks. Now, when they do this here through the phallus, they extract it from the female, from her vagina, okay? And when this is done, after a while, she's going to get weak and she's going to shrivel away. You know what I mean? Depending on how often this was done. Well, it was done there in the temple, you know what I mean? That's what people did. They was really into this spiritual thing. Everything is spiritual, even the physical. Okay? So this is what went on. So what we can do, okay, is recognize this feminine energy when it appears to us, when we get that feeling, whatever. All men do, okay? Not just some, all men do, you know what I mean? And so, and to work with this energy, don't neglect it, and don't let it take advantage of you, okay? Don't let it have you going around pretending to be a woman, if you're a man. And don't let, just for the woman, don't let it have her going around acting like a man. Just use the energies wisely to raise your level of consciousness. You know what I mean? So you would be like on par with the ancient ancestors, who were very wise. They came forth knowing. It was with them, okay, when they came forth. They didn't have to make the extra step. We have to do the extra step. In other words, a man will have to take the feminine energy with him and work with it and so on. The ancients didn't have to do it. I'm talking about the first humans. They didn't have to do it. It was made there for them. They evolved into it. Okay? And so when a man feels as though he has this a little woman in him, you know, don't misinterpret it. And know that it is simply a sign of the ancient humans coming forth within you. You see, and bind the two. You know what I mean? Don't waste this energy, okay, let's say, doing trivial things for entertainment. You know what I mean? All kinds of sex and all that. You're just wasting yourself. You're wasting a grand opportunity. The grandest opportunity afforded to man on this earth if he takes advantage of it. Okay, folks? So, you see now, she had both male and female energies. she had both energies. Okay, folks, thank you.